Warning: the following theory will be included details of the MLP series finale. If you haven't seen the finale and want to see it blindly, please turn away from this theory at all costs. Lucia closes the book, sighing relief, and looks up towards the sky. But then she looks back down and notices an audience before her presence. Oh, hello there, fellow readers. You might be wondering what I'm saying about, right? Well, I am sad to say that I just finished reading the story of the legendary Main Six, and how Twilight Sparkle ascended to the throne with her new student, Luster Dawn. You might be asking me, wait, the story's over? It can't be over. Or, we already know that it's only been 2 weeks. So, what are you going on about? Well, fellow readers, if you can indulge me for a silly, humorous task, I think I could have a good idea of where G5 could take us. Now you're asking me, yeah, we've heard the rumors and speculations, so why make this now? Again, indulge me just to say this. We remove these rumors and speculations about G5 and we carefully analyze the series finale and what we could do and be the G5 MLP series. As someone who has done some research of a Twilight Sparkle level, let's dive right in. The breakdown of the last problem. Let us start off small and personally break down the final episode. The last problem. Now, I won't be covering too much in the flashbacks themselves, for it's a waste of time explaining it, and this is no review. Now then, in the beginning of the scene, we get a glimpse of what seems to be Equestria, 15 to 20 years in the future. Twilight has Sparkle ascends the throne and currently is the ruler of Equestria. She still has a trusted companion, Spike, who grown up and the current ambassador of Equestria. Out of nowhere, we get a brand new character in our presence, Luster Dawn. She's currently a protege of Twilight Sparkle, and just like her, she fails to understand friendship. All Twilight did is tell her the story of what happened to her friends after she was crowned ruler of the nation. Skipping the flashbacks and getting to the meat of the breakdown, we got the old gang back together. After the coronation, they all agreed to meet each other every few moons, and a lot has changed in Equestria now. Pinkie Pie got married to Cheese Sandwich and has a kid of her own named Little Cheese. Rita is the top fashionista Equestria has ever known. Applejack and Rainbow Dash are dating each other, and Fluttershy dates Discord. It gets married, actually. Now, trying to cover everything for everyone that will be more work, as I have said. This is not a review. Again, what did happen in the strange change happened, and a new generation is born. And now we get to see two shows in comparison to my theory. Now that we got the breakdown out of the way, what exactly does this all mean? Well, at this point in time, anything can happen. We do have the right to interpret what could be mysterious G5 series can be. Well, okay, allow me to shed light on another series that I've grew up in childhood. That might be the perfect base for what G5 is. Allow me to turn my attention to Nickelodeon's Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra. Now, going with this series, I'm fully aware of who's who. And what changed for Avatar when we got the main cast of Aang, uh, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Appa, Momo, Zuko, and Iroh. We have the main villains of Oza, Azura, Mai, Ty Lee, and my villains I cannot name off the top of my head. For Locke, we got Korra, Mako, Bolin, Tenzin, Jinora, Asami, and more. Villains like Omen, Unalak, Zahir, and Kuvira. In the world of Avatar and Korra, both share the same world and ideologies of all, all elemental nations of the world are now united as one. Well, Avatar is much more recognizable in Korra and kinda is is still an amazing series with in-depth characters and personalities. Now, what does Avatar and Korra mean for G5 MLP? Well, while I did explain much about Avatar and Korra as best as I can, but I do want to give you an idea of what could be a very good potential G5 MLP series. To me, I think G4 represents Avatar, while G5 represents Korra. If Friendship is Magic has been the most successful My Little Pony franchise since the creation back in 1983 by Zachary Bonnie, I find it a very good opportunity to keep the pony hype train going by doing exactly that in G4. We follow the adventures of Twilight Sparkle and her friends, and now we get the new G5. We shall follow the adventures of Lester Dawn and her future companions. That way, it's a win-win situation. We keep the old developed characters, but they will not be the main focus and be on support roles. Lester Dawn and her friends shall take the spotlight and uncover and unravel the new mysteries and future future Equestria has to offer. Maybe we'll see old characters from an older series in a grand return to help out Lester Dawn. Or possibly older villains return to wreak havoc. Hoping Chrysalis comes back and not Cozy Glow and Hurrick. Conclusion. Now, this isn't a very solid proof theory of the theory of future MLP, and was told very mildly. But I do understand that if they took this approach seriously and constructed carefully, do you know how very big the Brony fandom can be? Or fathom even. It can revive the very spark and glow that got us all hooked into the My Little Pony in the first place. While most of us are teens or young mid-adults, but if this was to be the case, we can have a new generation loving the same thing we used to love, except this spirit clothes and newer characters. Hasbro can make bank doing this, and they can sell their own toy line of Lester Dawn and make a game fighting off some new threat of Equestria face. After all, Lone Fast did make this show to children and their families. And many of us already have kids of our own right now, right? Think about this theory. A generation of bronies reborn, new conversations springing out from the ashes of G5, and most of all, the all-new subtitle of the series could be, well, what do you think? Do you think my theory could hold up? Can Hasbro and MLP staff make this happen? Let me know down in the comments below. And discuss your possibility theory of G5 series will present. Until then, I'm Professor Embers. And I think you guys enjoyed it. If you did, comment below and tell me what you think. And with that, class is dismissed.